No, I mean, really, all I need is good soup, cold weather outside, a blizzard, and Cowboy Ken Rollins is going to show us how to make it. What is wrong with soup? Why do people hate soup? I don't understand it. It's the food of the gods. Go.
Woo-wee.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking, this is my kind of weather. Bertha
Oh, yes,
is
sir.
loving it over here. She is full of wood, and she thinks it's the best day in the world. Hey, I'm talking, I have cooked off the wagon in a lot of wintertime conditions, and when them cowboys was out there working, you'd see them, they'd be on them horses with their old backs tucked into that old north wind, and I'm thinking,
oh, yeah, absolutely, yes. And here we come upon the season where our cold back north winds are getting cold. What is the best way to warm up? You come in from, riding the cowboys or whatever the hell you're doing, with the cows and shit. Or you're just coming home from work and you work in an office and it's nice and warm. But who doesn't want that nice, delicious soup? How could you not love soup? What's wrong with you people?
I know what I'm fixing today. Chili Colorado.
Well, I see a lot of butter in there, so now we're off to the right start here, sir. Link in the description.
Red sauce with meat is really what it stands for. And folks, you can't just say, well, I'm going to pour a can of tomato sauce in there and a can of tomato paste. That's not what we're talking about. We're going to use authentic dried chilies, which are guajillo chilies and ancho chilies and a chili de árbol. And
I mean, he's got 3 chilies in the soup, so I mean, this has got to be good. It's got to be good, right?
That's going to bring about the heat, but the other's going to bring around that red, rich color that we got to have, because it'll warm them up plumb to their boots today. Now, I want y'all to know, when I come out here and first got started, it wasn't snowing quite this hard, and there wasn't hardly no breeze. What snow was there was coming straight.
But I love this kind of shit, though. And I'm going to love it even more when it happens in a couple of months here in Colorado. Actually, about 4 weeks, we're going to get some snow. I heard Copper Mountain and some of the ski resorts are going to open the first week of November. Well, we better get some snow or else that ain't going to happen. How could you grow that mustache? RO is here, Engineer and Hickory Stripe. Good to see you. All right, let's go on with the soup recipe. By the way, I'm cooking soup right now. It ain't quite this good, but I'm doing it, Oh, no.
Hi, everyone. This is
Oh,
Mateo
what?
from the team StreamYard. And
Hold
today
on,
I
shut
wanted
up.
to go through with you on
No.
what
Mm-mm.
That feeling when Capital One helps you easily manage your money and receive alerts that keep you in the know.
Shit.
Wishes do come true thanks to the
I can't
Capital
believe
One
I
app.
hit the wrong button.
At
My
King
God.
Soopers, you never compromise.
Oh,
You
no.
get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices.
All right.
Woo-wee. I'm talking, this is sauce with meat is really what it stands for. And folks, you can't just say, well, I'm going to pour a can of tomato sauce in there and a can of tomato paste. That's not what we're talking about. We're going to use authentic dried chilies, which are guajillo chilies and ancho chilies and a chili de árbol. And
Now, I'm making chicken soup chili tonight. And I had some leftover chicken breasts that I cooked the other day, which were really fucking delicious, actually. So I'm hoping this soup makes the cut with broccoli and shit.
that's going to bring about the heat.
Oh, no.
But others are going to bring around that red, rich color that we got to have, because it'll warm them up plumb to their boots today. Now, I want y'all to know, when I come out here and first got started, it wasn't snowing quite this hard, and there wasn't hardly no breeze. What snow was there was coming straight down. But hey, I'm not a
It's Colorado, sir. So it's Colorado. If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. That's Engineer and Hickory Stripe hat. 68 last night. It was hot here today, about 85. So, but we'll persevere until we get the winter.
fair weather cook. I'll cook in any kind of weather. Don't make
And then here in Colorado, just boom, suddenly you get 14 feet of snow. It's great. I
me no
love it.
difference.
All
Now,
right.
it's best to seed these chilies, or you're going to have to strain them. But most of the time, when they're so dry and brittle like this, you can shake the seeds out of them. If you leave 1 or 2 in there, you ain't hurting nothing. But that pod's usually going to stay right there on the end of it, so you're in pretty good shape.
I mean, I like the seeds. They give a little extra flavor. And the next day it kind of, it blows, it cleans you out. That's what you need here.
We get all the seeds out of them. We just toss them over here in this pot that's got some water in it because we got to boil these chilies to rehydrate them to get to where we can use them. You know, the flavor that you get really from this ancho chili, which is a dried poblano, is really some smoke flavor, but I think to me, I get a little dark chocolate out of it too. No heat value in here whatsoever. Now, this little fella right here is hot. So we're just going to cut the stem off of him right here and hope that we can get some of them seeds out of there, because he will bring a little heat to the table. He will. But the Guajillo chilies are going to give it that good, rich, red color. And that's what we're after when we go to blending this together. I really don't claim them as having any heat either. I just think they bring about sort of a nutty flavor that's going to be in it.
I mean, they're all good for you, though. I mean, the chilies and peppers, tomatoes, and all that. It's all good for you. I love this shit. All right, go on. Let's go. I'm on the way to the prison in my pickup truck. Oh, yeah.
Well, I throwed in 3 garlic cloves with them peppers, and then I split me a white onion in half and chunked it in there. We're probably going to boil that about 15 minutes until them peppers get really good and tender. But while that is happening, we have one of the co-stars of the show here. It is a chuck roast. Weighs just nearly 3 pounds. Now, this is a boneless chuck roast, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this just a tad to get some.
Now, that looks pretty delicious, guys. I haven't done a chuck roast in my chili, but that looks pretty good. All right, Cowboy Kent. Let's see what happens
some of that
here.
fat off of it. I don't want to get it all, but I do want to get some of it because I'll have to have some pup scraps. Because we're going to chunk this up into stew meat.
All right.
And Shan, it ain't going to spoil sitting out here today.
That's true. Could you use other types of meat, or
you could use wild game? You could use a tri-tip. You could use even pork if you want to change it up a little. Hey, you ain't hurting my feelings any. So we're going to get this all trimmed up here, and then we're going to cut it down into probably bite-sized pieces, which is going to be about like so. That way that'll give you something to chew on. You don't want to just cut it to where it's one of these deals like this here, because that stuff will sort of fall apart. So we're going to keep it in pretty good bite-sized pieces as the breeze begins blowing snow off that tree, which running down.
Now, I like mine a little bit so the meat blends in with the thing. And of course, I like beans. So I like beans in my chili. Damn it. That's what I like. Lots of beans and onion. And, crispy bread. That's great. Yeah, all right.
These children don't have multiple lifetimes. They have
St.
one,
Jude's, right?
and we really need to know.
So let me get this cut up.
then what?
Then we're going to do a little flour and a little seasoning. Cut the Stargazer skillet over there, the brazier.
Yeah.
We're going to let it get hot. We're going to add a little oil. And we're just going to sear this meat on all sides to give it a little color. We're good to go.
There we go. Wait a minute. I thought men couldn't cook. Get out of here. Oh, they can just not clean the toilet. Is that it?
We're going to add, I'd say, probably 3/4 cup of flour.
All right.
Which is about that much.
All right.
Probably about 2 tablespoons full of our original seasoning. You could use salt, black pepper, garlic powder.
We're going to make a roux here? What's going on?
We're going to do this in 2 different batches so we don't overcrowd the skillet. We're going to lightly dust that meat.
Oh,
get
we're
it
going to
over
put the
and get
meat
it
in
to
there.
brown.
Okay. All right.
Plus a little snow. We just want to get about half of it at a time.
All right. We're going to great. There we go.
All right, I like to pick that meat up and give it a little shake in my hand to get some of that excess flour off.
Yeah, I like to do that too.
Off of it.
Oh, no. All right.
You know, you want to keep this stirred around. We're not cooking it all the way through. We're going to brown it really good on all sides, corners, and everybody. But you see I'm using this wooden spatula. I'm not hurting that cast iron by anything that I'm doing to it. I'd say this first batch is about browned up. We'll put it over here in this bowl. Keep it warm on the backside, old Bertha. And I think this is going to be extra good today because the good Lord has seasoned it with some snow, Shen.
Everybody needs seasoning with snow. Oh, I love this guy. It's funny. Some more meat. There's the chili. Yep.
You know, you see me scrape
Got to deglaze that with some beers or something.
this brazier to get all that leftover flour and drippings and grease and everything. Don't be throwing that away. That's going to really help thicken this in the end, too.
Yes, sir.
Got some of that extra flour in there. So make sure you get it all out of there. Them peppers is about tender. I'll meet y'all at the blender.
All right. Here we go. I hope we get the soup at some point. All right.
Well, strained them out of there. We did. Everything is good and tender. Got some electricity hooked up here. Let's get these in the blender, maybe without spilling them everywhere. There's a lot of good smelling flavor coming out right here, I'm telling you. Be sure that you reserve that broth that come off them chilies. You see me save it in this picture. We're going to, in fact, we're just going to add about that much to it right now. We'll probably have to add some more here in a minute. And get all this fancy gadget to work. Is it approved in the snow? Something happened.
Yes, sir.
We're going to check it, see how thick it is. I want Shan to get up in there. Well, I'll just get it in there to y'all. Y'all can see that's pretty thick. We're going to thin that down. Probably end up using probably pretty close to 3/4 of a cup. We will. But now that we got that open where we can, dried oregano. We're going to put in here about that much right there.
A big handful. Yes, yes. It's almost soup time out west. Not quite. Well, it's coming. Sean, thank you. Well, I'm not making this soup tonight, but this is looking pretty good. Maybe tomorrow.
And to that, we're going to add some cumin. Make sure it don't.
It's supposed to get cold starting tomorrow, so this looks like a pretty good soup to me.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Cinnamon?
A little fast there at the last.
Cinnamon, let me in.
It did. Let me
Oh
get a
my
little
God.
seasoning because I think it's going to need a little salt. So we'll just use our original.
Here we go. Yep. More. Yep. Put it in. Dump it on in there.
Another blending, and we'll taste.
There we go.
See where we're at.
Yep. And some pears, even.
Well, I think we are about a done deal.
All right.
And get this rake back in there. It's
Okay.
looking like it could be the right consistency, but we'll know here in a minute. But this
Now,
looks
sir,
like a good place
excuse
to
me.
have a sample right here.
Excuse me, sir. You need to put some beans in there as well. I'm a bean guy. I love beans.
Shen, I want you to come up here and take a bite. There is so much authentic, flavor right here.
Flavor.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That would make a good enchilada sauce.
We're going to get rid of this gadget right here. See if we can show
I'm going to have to follow this recipe. That sounds good.
you all about what we're looking for. In fact,
All right.
let me get rid of this here.
All right.
I want you to look in here. It's
Look at the chunks.
There's nothing like earning
Yes.
more on purchases with Business Platinum.
I like the chunks.
ProPlan.
Mm.
Fuel
Come on,
the
kitty.
curiosity. Fuel the day.
Hello, kitty.
Fuel the connection.
sort of
Now, for me, I would prefer more tomatoes. Tomatoes. in there, and beans, of course. But this looks pretty good.
Like tomato soup, I would think. About
All right.
pretty close to that.
Did he put tomatoes in there?
So, got her all blended up. We're going to add this meat back to that pot that we had them
All
chilies
right.
in. Then we're going to add this good red sauce. And then we're going to add some beef broth, a few bay leaves. We're going to let it
And
simmer
no
about
beans.
2 hours till it gets
God
tender.
damn
And I
it.
am going to stick a fork in it. I ain't even going to call y'all. I'm going to eat it.
There we go. All right. All right. Yep. Bay leaves in there. Yeah. All right.
Ooh, that sauce is so good. And you see me add about 2 cups of beef broth back in where that little blender pitcher was to get all that rinsed up, that we get all that
Yep.
goodness in there. Now, remember that chili water that we saved?
Yes.
Keep it handy, keep it warm. If we have to add any liquid to it, it'll be this now instead of the beef broth. But we're going to
All
cover
right.
that.
Cool.
Well, we added a bay leaf in there. Give it a stir. I'm going to put a lid on it. We'll probably, if you're doing this in the house, bring it up to a medium heat to where you get it to boil and turn it down to probably between a low and a medium to where you just get that simmer. We're going to let it cook about 2 hours, stirring occasionally.
But there ain't no beans in there, man.
Keep an
Come
eye
on
on
now. Come on. I'm a bean guy. I love beans. And meat. You know, it's good. Oh my God. Look at that. Probably put some taters or rice in there, probably. Yeah.
Remarkable that is. That sauce is like liquid gold. I guarantee it is so good. I was telling Sharon, this is really such an easy dish to prepare. I mean, the hardest thing you got to do is cut up the stew meat, but don't scrimp.
Yeah.
Use them dried chilies. Make that sauce. It's so authentic, so good. Got me a homemade tortilla here.
There we
I
go.
think I'm going to have me a bite of that meat. We cooked it about 2 hours and 15 minutes. It is good and tender.
Yes, sir.
I nearly cussed, it was so good.
Now, what you need is a big old loaf of crusty bread. Dunk that in there. Oh my God, I'm gonna make this weekend. I'm gonna do it. But more beans.
Woo. Now one more time.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. I've cooked a lot of things in my life, but this right here now is going to become my favorite meal. Now, you can fix this and eat it just like I'm eating it. You can put it over rice. You can even put this over mashed potatoes. Hey,
Yes, you could. Yes, yes.
put a flour tortilla down on there, put your little cheese on it, put some of this on there, make great burrito meat. I don't think there's nothing better that we've cooked in the last 31 years, Sharon. This is the dish right here.
Whoa.
Y'all make sure you try this. Use the dried chilies. Do not scrimp like I told you. You will be overwhelmed at the flavor that hits all them taste buds. It is so good. Well, got a big thank you and a big tip of the hat, first of all, to that camera lady right there, because she braves this cold weather just like I do. We want to thank y'all so much for always letting us be a part of y'all's family, because y'all are part of our family. You know, we pray for y'all. We always want you to have good things in your life. We want you to be happy. But let's not forget all those folks out there in California that went through the wildfires. Let's lift them up in prayer too. It is time to help a good neighbor. Reach your hands out all the way around the world, and let's just be the best that we can be. But it is with pride, privilege, and honor that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the veterans that have kept that old flag a flying back there. We commend you all. Rest of you, get in here real close. I'm going to put a little bit of this red sauce right there on that tortilla. I'm just going to tease you a little bit. You ain't going to get it. God bless you, each and every one, and I'll see you down the Chile, Colorado Trail.
And that's the man I love. That's it. You appreciate the things that have come before, and you appreciate the sacrifice of men and women. And God damn, he can make some good chili. All right, you fucks. I am going to go get my soup. It's going to be not even close to the. Look at the beautifulness of this. Brandon, you make this in your truck, or you used to make it in your truck? No. I'm going to have to find this, though. but I do like beans in my chili. But a chuck roast, never thought of that. Oh, that's a good idea. All right. But you got to let it cook for like 2 or 3 hours. I suppose we could do that. All right, guys. God bless. Good to see you. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dave. Davis. Good to see you, man. Nice to be here. I'm good you're here. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you on the other stream, and I'm happy that you came by. Hope you will again. You guys take care. Bye-bye.